Hey guys, it's Lily. Today we're going to be talking about how I would meal plan when I don't even know what calories I should be eating and don't know where to start. Let's talk about it. Okay, let's begin this by saying this is assuming your body weight has not fluctuated on its own drastically in the last few months and you don't have anything medical that would be requiring you to eat more or less. So you're not on gear, you're not pregnant, you're not about to run a marathon. Okay, you're just trying to find maintenance calories to start, right? I'm going to take your body weight and multiply it by a number between 12 and 15. And I'm going to take that amount of calories and build some sort of meal plan. For the purpose of my sanity, I always give myself an extra 100 calories untracked for things like coffee creamer cups or seasonings or a low calorie 10-20 calorie drink that is untracked 100 calories. They're there. I know I'm consuming them somehow, but I'm not tracking them. So that being said, for the purpose of this first meal plan, I'm going to say I'm planning for 2,000 calories. Like I mentioned, 100 calories are for whatever is untracked. And I'm going to kind of start by generally breaking up 3 meals and a snack. You might not eat a snack. You might be able to put those in some other meal. I like 3 meals and a snack, so that's what I'm going to start with. For the sake of simplicity, I know my dinner is usually a bigger meal, so I'm going to give myself 600 calories, and I'm going to give my breakfast and lunch 500 calories, and my snack that is now left over with 200 calories. I'm going to put up what I'm looking at right here, but I just did a real quick search for 500 calorie meals. I found a really easy recipe for a lemon piccata chicken, which was, I think it was like 200 calories, but I know there's not a lot of, it's just chicken. So I added a cup of rice for carbs and increased calories, right? And then I found some shrimp tacos that actually looked really good. But they were like 200 calories. So I ended up saying that I would double that whole recipe in my meal plan to get 600 calories. For breakfast, I found banana pancakes. I ended up making this recipe in MyFitnessPal because I couldn't find, it wasn't like an exact recipe. It was kind of just like, here's an idea that's a low calorie breakfast. So I logged it to get about 500 calories and actually added some sausage for some more protein. So then I'm going to go in with all of those and I'm going to say, okay, in my pancakes and sausage, this is how many carbs, protein, and fat I have. In my lunch, this is how many carbs, protein, fat, etc., etc. I did not, if you noticed, I did not find a snack yet because I looked at all of my meals and noticed that I didn't have a lot of carbs. So I don't need jerky, a high protein snack. I need something that's really dense in carbs. What's hard is what's really dense in carbs is typically higher calorie foods like breads or cereals. So I actually, in this meal plan, am about 50 grams below what carbs I should have. That's assuming that you have like graham crackers or pretzels for your snack. But I'm also giving myself the grace of knowing that if I have like a cheat snack or an untracked snack that I don't want to acknowledge, it's probably some kind of sweet treat like a cake or cookie or muffin that are going to be high in carbs. So I'm not too worried about those 50 grams in carbs. So to run through that again, a 1900 calorie diet based off someone that is 150 pounds could completely be made of pancakes and sausage, lemon chicken and rice, graham crackers or pretzels, and shrimp tacos. Right? Okay. Now, if I eat all of that one day, or even just the calories, I eat 1900 calories, and am starving, it's not enough for you. You might be more active than what your body weight's natural maintenance is. So you are putting out more energy than you're consuming to maintain your body weight. So increase your calories. Start by increasing 300 to 400. And then if you're still hungry, increase another 300. Or if you're eating 1900 calories and you're so full you can't finish any of your meals, it's okay to lower it. Like, that's just a guesstimate of what I would put someone at 150 pounds at. I have a wide range of what the activity level could be for what that would look like. Also, if you switch to tracking and you're getting 1900 calories and you have that cheat cookie a few days in a row because it's holidays, and then 2 weeks later you're up 3 to 4 pounds and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm eating too much. Okay, don't immediately lower yourself to 300 calories. Eat on plan for a week or two and see if it balances out before deciding to change it. That is a general meal plan for 1900 calories. My maintenance, according to my body weight, I'm going to math it real quick. I am currently 118 pounds. Well, 119 as of this morning. But in the last 2 weeks, I've decided I want to start gaining weight. I want to be in my bulk. But anyway, so according to my body weight of 118, I should be eating about 1700, I think it was, about 17 or 1800 calories to be my maintenance. But again, that's assuming that I don't have any crazy activity levels, which I do go to the gym 4 to 6 days a week. I don't know, we do 4 days on, 1 day off, 4 days on, 1 day off. On top of, I enjoy running with my dogs and I enjoy doing cardio. So I have a high activity level. So when I was starting to gain weight, I was 118 pounds 2 weeks ago, and I was aiming for 2000 calories, and I actually ended up losing a half a pound in the first week. Even though I felt better because I was eating more, something wasn't right. So I increased my calories about 200. So I'm eating about a minimum of 2,200 calories right now. And I have since put on a pound in the last week and a half, 2 weeks. So this is what I'm eating to get my roughly 2,200 calories. In the mornings, I have chicken nuggets and blueberries because it's a safe meal. I like my chicken nuggets and my blueberries. I've posted that recipe before. I'm also going to post the ingredients on the screen of all of these meals I'm going to list, because this is currently what I'm eating to get 2,200 calories, is chicken nuggets and blueberries in the morning. And then I enjoy having 2 snacks. Sometimes I have them together. Sometimes I space them out depending on what I'm doing. One of them is a banana yogurt that I make with graham crackers, and then a peanut butter PB Fit roll with a banana. And then because we've been going to the gym later in the day, I switched my lunch and dinner meals because my dinner is a lot heavier, and so it'll keep me fuller longer versus my lunch is a little lighter. So I ended up having my dinner, which currently is barbecue chicken, mac and cheese, beans, and broccoli at like 3 in the afternoon. And then I have a little sandwich, grilled cheese, depending on how I cook it, at the end of the day. And again, because I'm trying to gain weight, I don't track the extra sweeteners that I put in my latte, which I do have before the gym. I have a Kenko latte with some grapes. I have a latte with some grapes. But so I don't track if I have a different coffee in the morning and I add some different sweeteners. Or I was at work the other day and someone had brought me like a pumpkin pastry thing. I didn't track that, and I'm not going to not eat something else because my goal is to gain weight at the moment. If you are brand new to tracking, that is really intimidating, breaking down calories per meal and tracking nearly every ingredient in your meals is really intimidating. You don't got to do that. That's not that big a deal. Be like, hey, I really like this pre-made breakfast sandwich that's 400 calories. All right, cool. Now I know I have 400 calories in the morning, and I really like this bowl from the restaurant down the street. I wonder what their nutrition facts are. Oh, it says it's 500 calories. Oh, okay. I really enjoy McDonald's for most nights, and their Big Mac, I think, is like 1,000 calories. Maybe I should change my Big Mac to a regular bacon cheeseburger, or maybe I make the burger at home so that I have less grease on it, and that oils immediately take out a crap ton of calories. So it's not about all or nothing. I think it's important to start somewhere. And if there's some meal that you know you're a sucker for that you're gonna keep going to, find a good alternative, one you actually enjoy. For me, my biggest problem was the snacks. I was constantly grabbing snacks. So having the available snacks that are in my macros that I know I can eat, like the yogurt that sometimes I can add cocoa to if I want chocolate, or I can add some cinnamon to my morning coffee if I'm craving more of that cinnamon sweet type thing. I keep Splenda brown sugar on hand for my coffees if I need something a little more sweet. I think starting, where was I going with that? I don't really know where I was going with that. So it's not all or nothing. It's just become aware, see what you can change. If you're ready for more, do more. If that's as far as you want to go with being like, okay, roughly I eat 2,000 calories every day and I like the way I look, cool, I'm going to keep it that way. Just be aware if you slowly start increasing that or having more and more grease and oils and butters, which are easy, they're not bad. Those foods are not bad, but they are higher calorie foods. So, for example, if you're eating fast food burgers a lot more often than you normally are, and you want to keep eating fast food burgers a lot more often than you normally are, maybe figure out how to take away 200, 100 calories from a different meal. I've kind of talked about this before. Another thing, everybody talks about tracking your protein right now. Get at least 40 grams of protein in every meal if you're a woman. A man should be eating his body weight in protein. I'm not going to disagree or agree with that blanket statement, but I do think there is something to being aware of your protein, and it is an easier thing to track to get into the habit of being aware of what you're eating. But another thing to look out for is your fiber. A lot of people do not get enough fiber in their diet, and fiber is actually lack of fiber, a consistent lack of the proper amount of fiber that you need in your diet is the leading cause for one of the deadliest cancers, colon cancer. So even if you are consuming enough protein or a surplus of protein, if you don't have the right fiber in your diet, you're not clearing it out. You're not making yourself feel good. I know I purposely have had chia seeds in my consistent diet rotation for the fiber, and weirdly enough, mission carb tortillas have like a decent amount of fiber. So those two things have been in my diet in some shape of fashion for a good few months just to get enough fiber. Yeah. Well, that's all I got, guys. If this was helpful for getting you started, or you had some more questions, you want me to do your body weight, calculate your body weight with some general calorie intake suggestions, I would be happy to do that. Drop your comments. Let's talk about it. All right. Till next time. Bye, guys.